Former Premier Amama Mbabazi's attempt to ascend the greasy pole will not be a walk in the park. Earlier this week, as the army raided his home and his guards were withdrawn, a palpable sense of history played out. For now, Mbabazi has been thrown under the bus.
As people who are watching, as outsiders looking in, I think it comes off as very crass, uncalled for, too much, almost, you know. So again, I think he comes off looking the better person. Indeed, it could be a statement to him, but I think at the end of the day, he knows what he's dealing with. He has been in those services for quite a long time, so he wouldn't be surprised by that. And so I think it's too much, the whole hula baloo, the show, calling members of the press to witness it, trying to, you know, 5 trucks of soldiers.
Only yesterday, the president, who was welcomed back home by legions of his supporters from the United States, fired a veiled barb at Mbabazi, saying no one can reverse the gains of the NRM struggle born out of bloodshed.
Liava Musai gwaba abazade bamwe nabajaja bamwe n'olwekyo movement si kyekibiina ky'omalangazanyiramu.
So will this take the wind out of his sail? Will Amama find himself entrapped in the proverbial quicksand? Or will he take off the gloves, exercise his constitutional mandate and seek the presidency? These are the questions which will preoccupy Amama Mbabazi between now and the time he calls a delegates conference next year. The president's advisors claim Mbabazi's fairy tale shot at the presidency will spectacularly fail because he's a polarizing figure and out of touch with the electorate.
But me, I find it quite amusing, and we have arguments from time to time, you know, and enjoy them. But he has a habit of taking himself rather too seriously, of seeing himself as almost anointed by the powers above, which I think is not true.
You know, they say where there is no single command, everybody commands. And where everybody commands, there is no command. So within that movement, there must be a single command.
That come 2016, somebody would choose Mr. Mbabazi over the president of Uganda. In books, it might happen. You know, if I was doing a movie and it was a comedy, you might consider it. It is completely impossible. And what's more, Mr. Mbabazi knows it.
Yet even those who dismiss his chances in 2016 agree that perhaps his struggle belies the frustration over the question of succession.
Given the time he has...
I think he must be thinking along the same lines because time is running short. Age is having an effect on him, so he can't go on and on.
I have said before that time comes when somebody must leave the dance hall, you know, the stage. The party will be the decider in that affair.
A law done at Makerere University, Dr. Businje Kabumba says the events which have played out in the aftermath of his sacking have turned Mbabazi into an enigma.
He has handled himself, as you said, extremely well. He comes off dignified. He came to Parliament without any fuss. He sat. I think he has done throughout. He has come off as very dignified, above board. It seems someone has pressed the panic button. I don't think the executive comes off well at all. I think they just keep making the wrong moves all the time. Sacking him at this time, I think, was a show of weakness, I think, rather than strength. I think the current move now just goes to further vindicate that view.
According to sources, Mbabazi, who is Secretary General, retains a firm grip at the grassroots. But the president still retains a financial war chest and the ability to neutralize him. If Mbabazi chooses to contest, he will have to prepare for a gritty fight between him and the president for the delegates at Nambole. The other scenario is the NRM organ, the Central Executive Committee, could refuse to endorse him to contest for the flag-bearer position. However, Mbabazi has other options. He could contest outside the NRM stable as he tries to package a message aimed at gaining traction with the disillusioned. Emmanuel Mutaizibwa, NTV.